Hi guys, how are you? Today I am making a short video for above pressures. We are going to see basics of SAP enhancement concept. This video is complete theory. If any pressure going to interview, they can just brush up enhancement concept here. Before going to enhancement, we will see what is modification means in SAP. If any company implemented SAP, SAP provides some standard functionalities, but sometimes the standard functionality may not fulfill your requirement. That time you have to go for modification. Modification means we can directly modify the SAP standard code by using our ABAP skills. To modify the standard code directly, first we have to get the access key by registering the object into the SAP marketplace. After receiving the access key, you can go to the object and change the mode to change mode. When you change the standard object, pop-up will come and it will ask the access key. At that time, we can provide the access key what you received. But this process is not advisable. We have so many implications by modifying the standard code directly. You may lose the added functionality while upgrade or OSS node implementations. If you do the SPOW activities correctly, it may exist, but sometimes you may lose. That's why it's not at all suggestible idea to modify the standard code. Then we'll see what is the alternative for this modification. The alternative for modification is enhancement. This enhancement concept allows us to add the customer specific functionality to SAP standard business applications without modifying the standard code. SAP provided different types of enhancement techniques. We will see all the different types of enhancement techniques one by one. The user exit is one type of enhancement. You can say it is a classical enhancement technique. Here also we need access key to change the SAP standard code. Mostly it is not mostly it is used for SAP sales and distribution module. User exits are in the form of subroutines, and all the subroutines will be collected into an include, and that include will be assigned to the SAP standard program. Compared to modifications, it is somewhat better, this user exit enhancement technique. The other enhancement technique, and this is somewhat better than user exits. The customer exits act as a hooks and someone can hang their new functionality. That means already SAP provides some places where you can add your custom logic. But in modifications and user exits, you are modifying the standard code. With customer exit technique, we no need to modify the standard code. Just we'll find the places where SAP provided to add the custom logic. Directly we can go there and add our custom logic. As I said before, user exits are specific to sales and distribution module of SAP, but customer exits are applicable for all the SAP modules like SDM, MWM, FI, PP. Most of the standard programs have customer exits, only few may not have customer exits. The important thing here we don't need any access key to modify the object. Object in the sense object may be a program or function module or class, it may be anything. Now we will see how to identify the customer exit. In the programs, you can see call customer functions. Then you can say here we can implement the customer exits. To implement customer exit, first we have to create a customer project. For that we have to use the transaction code C mode. To find the standard enhancement, for that also we have a standard SAP transaction, a small transaction. From there we can find the enhancement. Then after that we have to create a project using the C mode. After creating the project, once we assign the enhancement, inside the include we can write the custom logic. We have seen user exit and customer exits, but we have some merits and demerits by using them, and also there are some limitations with them. To avoid those limitations, SAP provided a new enhancement technique. We'll call that as the enhancement framework. Enhancement framework is a collection of uh, different types of enhancement techniques. In diagram, you can see it contains implicit enhancement and explicit enhancement. Again, explicit enhancement have different sections like enhancement point and enhancement sections, and also body is a concept. We will see all these separately. Implicit enhancement is mostly used enhancement technique and also very easy to implement this one. SAP provides implicit enhancement points at different places in the above objects. We can find implicit enhancements at different places like uh, the starting and ending of the form, or inside the classes after visibility sections in the sense of private, protected, and public sections. After that, we can see the implicit enhancement points, and also end of the class implementation you can find, while interface definition also you can find. In function modules you can find. Like that, you can specifically after include also it will be available. We have to identify that implicit enhancement. There we can create the enhancement points. As I said before, there are some limitations while using the customer exits. That limitations is nothing but if you to implement the enhancement, we have to create a customer project using the C mode. For that project, we are assigning the enhancement. If for single project, only one time that enhancement will be used. We cannot use the same enhancement with a different project. With enhancement framework concept, we can overcome that one. Same enhancement can be used by different projects, but that is not possible with the customer exit. Now we will see how to show or how to find the implicit enhancement points. This is very simple. Once you open the above editor, uh, on the top you can see the menu bar. You have to go to the edit. There from there, if you there is a scroll will be there. There you can see the enhancement operations. Then you have to click on the show implicit enhancement options. Then you can see the difference in the above editor. You can see the some quotation marks and black arrow in above editor. Uh, in the starting of form or ending of the form or ending of the include, you can see the type of quotation marks and black arrow. That means that is the implicit enhancement point. From there, we can implement the implicit enhancement concept. Just right click on the quotation marks, then there is a pop-up will come, and then select the enhancement implementation. Then we can select the create option. Once you select the create option, again one more pop-up will come. There you have to select the uh, type of the enhancement point. The type can be the declaration or code. If you select the declaration means just like how you will define the variables and all, that one you can do. But generally most of the time you will do the code change means if you want to implement the code, then you have to select the enhancement point type as a code. Then it will ask for the name of the enhancement point name and also short description. Then you press the enter. Enhancement is created. An implicit enhancement point is created. You can see there is a enhancement and enhancement. In between this enhancement and enhancement, we can implement our custom logic. Yeah, this is very simple. Like that, we have to use the implicit enhancement. This is simplified version to the customer exit. Here we no need to create any custom project. The next one is explicit enhancement concept. Explicit enhancement are provided by the SAP at different areas for different objects, but it contains the two types of options. One is the enhancement section, other one is the enhancement point. We can implement our custom logic any one of these options based on our requirement. We will see what is the difference between enhancement section and enhancement point. If you use the enhancement section to implement our custom logic, system will execute the custom logic and bypass the SAP standard ABAP code. In another way, if you implement our custom logic at enhancement point place, the time system process both the logic, standard logic as well as the custom logic. That is the difference between enhancement point and enhancement section. BADI. BADI stands for Business Audience. This is one of the most used and powerful enhancement technique from enhancement framework. BADIs are object-oriented concept. Here, interfaces, methods, and abstract classes all are involved while implementing the BADI. You all know object-oriented concept, mainly used for the reusability and security purpose. One simple scenario to relate the object-oriented concept. If we have one BADI definition, using that BADI definition, we can do the multiple implementations. That means one class is used to create multiple objects. BADI has two things. One is the BADI definition, other one is the BADI implementation. Our custom business logic will be at the BADI implementation. Now we will see how to define BADI. Most of the times standard BADIs are available, BADI definitions. Using that one we can implement the BADIs, but we'll see how to create the how to define the BADI also. For that SAP provide a transaction SC18 transaction for BADI definition. Whenever we define the BADI, a class interface automatically created. That interface we have to define the methods, but that methods will be implemented at the different class. From BADI definition, we can implement the BADI. To do implementation, we have a standard SAP transaction, SC19 transaction. Here we can implement the methods defined into the BADI definition. I forgot in the previous step, while defining the BADI, there we have option to select the BADI type. The BADI type will be multi-use BADI or filter dependent BADI. Any one of the option we can select while defining the BADI. Here we will see what is the difference between multi-use BADI and filter type BADI. As I said just before, while BADI definition, we have to select the BADI type. If you select the multi-use BADI, that means that BADI definition will allow the multiple implementations. While BADI definition itself, we can allow or restrict the multiple types of implementation for that BADI definition. For example, you didn't define the BADI, that BADI is already available, SAP provided. That time we can go to the SC18 and open the standard BADI. There you can see what option is selected, whether it is multi-use BADI or filter based BADI. By default, multi-use is selected. But here problem is, if you create the multiple implementations. If you have baddie definition 1, but we created using that baddie definition 10 implementations. But SAP doesn't guarantee the sequence of the implementations. We can't see which baddie is active. Second type of baddie type is filter baddie. Here we can restrict what implementation should be executed based on the filter value. If we select filter baddie type, there we have to provide the again filter type. Filter baddie type is different and filter type is different. Filter baddie type will be selected at the baddie definition time. At the same time, you have to select the filter type also. That filter type may be a country or company code or plant, that may be anything. If you want to implement filter objects to the baddie, first you have to deactivate all the implementation of that baddie. That is the prerequisite to implement the filter objects. It is very useful to implement any baddies particular to specific to any country or country specific or company code specific. As you know, SAP has a huge number of transactions. We don't know which transaction have which type of baddies. We don't remember all the baddie definitions. To find the baddie definitions for a transaction, there are different types of techniques to find the baddies. The first method and very easy method to find the baddie is, first we have to go to the class builder using the SE24 transaction. There you can give the class name CL exit handler and then click on the display button. Once you click on the display button, you can see the list of methods inside that class. Then we have to select the get instance method. There we can see the static method get class name by interface. At that point we have to place a breakpoint. Then we can go to the transaction, which transaction we are looking for the baddie. For example, VA01 ME23N. There you can go and press F8. Then you can see all the baddie definition names one by one. There is a field name exit underscore name. There that baddie definition will be shown. You can, by seeing that name or by just select that baddie definition and see the documentations, then we can find out which one is suitable for your requirement. This is the one type of technique to find the baddies for a transaction. The second method to find the baddie is just go to the standard transaction SE84. There is a button or push button, then select the enhancement button. There you can see the business add-ins option. Again, double click on the business add-ins. Before that, you can make note of a package of transaction. I will tell you here how to find a package also. Just go to the transaction. There you can see in the menu bar, you can see the system option on top. If you click on the system option, then you can see the status at bottom. If you double click on that, it will show you the program name and transaction. After finding the program name of the transaction, go display the program in SE38. There you can again go to the menu bar, click on the go. There you can see the attributes option. There you can see the find the package. Suppose if you are using the VA01 transaction, for that you can find the program and there is a package name like VA. In the second step, there is option information systems. There if you click on the information system, it will ask the package name. There you can provide the package name and give the F4. it will give the list of baddies. From that list, we can find the related or most relevant baddie. Then we can implement that baddie into the SE19 transaction. Hi guys, these are some basic concept of SAP enhancement. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you.